This is Stacy Carter from Heart-Centered Horsemanship, and this is Aria, and we're at Midnight's Promise Equine Rescue in China Grove, North Carolina. Aria is a 14-year-old standardbred mare, and we don't know a lot about her background other than she came from a kill pen in Florida. She was very nervous and had a lot of trust issues, and so she's already come a really long way. She definitely didn't have a lot of training, and was very nervous, especially when we went to touch certain areas of her body back in here. So we've been using release techniques, and we're working on getting her to be more comfortable and softer. Today I started off by grooming her. I just got this cool posture prep curry comb, and so we're using that, and she seems to enjoy it. At the same time, I'm also working on just teaching her how to stay nice and soft. So we're going to be talking about that today, how we can use this combined with groundwork techniques to build a foundation of training. So the main things that I want to make sure she understands are how to move both away from me and towards me, and I want to make sure that I can keep her still and quiet. Alright, so we're going to start with moving towards. If I want to move her towards me, I'm going to go in the direction I want her to move. I might go at a little bit of angle, and I'm going to think of getting a nice flow of movement through her body, starting at her nose, her neck, shoulders, feet, all following me in a nice fluid line. To stop, I'm going to ground myself, and this idea of grounding the horse is a little different than we might think of stopping. It's not something we do to the horse, but it's just something we do, and hopefully the horse does too. So when I teach grounding, I bring in a lot from the yoga training that I've done. This idea of getting in a solid position like mountain pose, aligned in the body and using the breath, kind of exhaling and sinking down. You want to keep your knees soft without locking up, so you have better flow of energy. Kind of ground down and be still. Now when I ground, one of three things is going to happen. Either the horse is going to stop with me, the horse is going to get closer to me, or the horse is going to get further away. So if I ground and the horse stops, that's great. That's what we're looking for. She's doing a really good job. If the horse pulls away from me, I'm going to draw her in. I do that again by moving in the direction I want her to go and softening neck, nose, neck, shoulder, and feet towards me. Stop and ground. Good. Now if she crowds into me, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to move her away from me. For that, I use my outside turn, keeping my hand about where the little ring on the inside of the halter would be. Maybe not even touching, but just stepping in. I want to move nose, neck, shoulder, feet away from me. Again, in a nice, smooth, fluid line. I ground again. So a lot of times I see the opposite happening. For instance, someone wants to stop the horse, and they might have this idea of stopping, what I call being the tree. But then the horse crowds them, and they back up, which is pulling the horse in more, inviting them to walk over them more. And that is a problem. The other thing I see sometimes is the person stops and the horse pulls, and they get dragged along towards where the horse is going. So if we really are aware of that dynamic and how we're moving the horse, it becomes a lot easier. So to stop, we ground. If the horse moves towards me, I might do a little outside turn and ground again. If she moves away from me, I might do a little bringing her towards me and ground again. And then to further get the horse to relax, that's when I start to introduce my body work. and hopefully keeping her quiet and grounded at the same time.